Hi everyone, I'm the undefeated Altiops and welcome to my review on the new Disney Channel sitcom, The Villains of Valley View. So Villains of Valley View is essentially a combination of the Disney Channel classic sitcom Wizards of Waverly Place and the modern Nickelodeon sitcom The Thundermans, two shows that are already pretty similar to begin with. Both of these shows revolve around a family with powers dealing with living a normal life, similar to the Incredibles movie. Due to being made by the same company, the show can be considered somewhat of a spiritual successor to Wizards of Waverly Place, seeing as the title is very reminiscent, the main cast setup is the same to the point where the title, best friend, and older brother's names even start with the same letters as Wizards of Waverly Place. However, the show is also very clearly reminiscent of Nickelodeon's The Thundermans, except in reverse, seeing as it's about villains and the older brother wants to be good and the sister wants to be bad. So the main plot around the show revolves around this villain family who is forced to relocate undercover to Texas after the former villain boss declares them wanted for reasons that I'll discuss later. The lead protagonist Amy, aka sound-based supervillain Havit, plays the role of a bad girl protagonist who is forced to cope with the fact that she still does have feelings and cares for the people she loves. This is apparent in the first episode, where it is revealed that she got the family in the mess after she stood up for her mom after her boss said that she was too weak. As said before, Amy's older brother Jade is the only member of the family accepting of the fact and willing to turn over a new leaf and become a good person. This leads to him getting some bad treatment from his family in some of the earlier episodes, but there is later an arc in which he meets a superhero who had previously saved him when he was still evil. This arc gives Jade good character development in both regards to himself as a person and his relationship with his sister, as the superhero is actually Amy's arch enemy. Amy and Jade's younger brother Colby plays a somewhat interesting role, as earlier in the series he is absent in a lot of episodes due to his actor being in another movie. The in-universe explanation for this is that Colby has just developed his superpower to shapeshift into various objects, hence why his actor only provides voiceovers in some of the earlier episodes. However, halfway through the series, after Jade's arc was stalling, Colby develops even more superpowers, which makes him the chosen one of the villains, hence why the main supervillain wants him. The Madden's neighbor, and later Amy's best friend Hartley, plays a stereotypical role of the best friend with the opposite personality to the main character. This works well for Amy's character early on, as she is a villain who is forced to become good. Like Wizards of Waverly Place's Harper, Hartley is the only normal person who knows about the secret of the family. As for the parents, they are honestly not the most likable parents on a Disney Channel show, although I suppose this made sense, seeing as they're longtime villains. The mom Eva, aka Surge, has lightning powers just like Ball from the Thundermans. Oh, and she's also British. The dad Vic, aka Trainiac, doesn't actually have any powers, but he serves as a mad scientist who invents various devices to help the family with their evil, a lot of which often backfire. As the series goes on, Eva gets jobs at various fast food places, a lot of which she struggles with due to her bad attitude, while Vic gets a substitute, later permanent job as a science teacher at the kids' high school. Well, not a main character, a supporting character worth mentioning is the Madden's landlady Celia, played by the same actress as Mrs. Dabney from Good Luck Charlie, who is also Hartley's grandmother. She plays a similar role to Mrs. Dabney sometimes, as a cranky grandma neighbor, while also having a sassy side that can be funny at times, though she isn't always that likable of a character. Overall, my final thoughts was that I enjoyed this new Disney sitcom's first season quite a bit. Like the Thundermans, the humor isn't always the best, with the repetitive laugh track getting a bit annoying at times. However, much like most of the Thundermans, especially later on in the series, the first season of the show was really well developed with its character development and storylines. The overall concept is definitely unfamiliar territory for sure, but if you enjoy Wizards of Waverly Place, The Thundermans, Descendants, Mighty Med, etc., I'd say you'd enjoy the show, and I think it's worth a watch. The main story of the season ends on an exciting cliffhanger, which is going to start season 2 off with a two-parter, and I think it's very exciting as I think the show has lots of potential and should get more seasons in the future. In the end, I know that these kinds of sitcoms aren't really for everyone, however, this one has pretty well written character development and plot lines, and I think that it's well worth a watch for people who do enjoy these kinds of sitcoms. That's gonna be all for this review. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and will be excited to see more of my content on this channel for a while. Thanks for watching.